Hey there folks, it's me, Bean Devil. I am here because I have things about Lubna. As I understand from her last video, as I remember, she had been followed by a man who actually took a picture of her home and herself. Apparently, there have been many jihadis out there who wanted to hurt her for telling the truth how it is in UK. I mean, the place she comes from, the area she grew up, and everything else. What I understand from Lubna herself, I don't know if she was a liberal in the past, but it sounds like. But as we know, there's a majority of conservatives in, I don't know, was it Luton, I guess? The old place she grew up from. I get it that anything were different from the time when she was growing, but over the time we know there have been a shift. Here's the thing, although I can say there is no wrong to be a Muslim, but it is super wrong when it comes to the title, or should I say the verse of Islam, when we're talking about the bad apple. When I say bad apple, I literally mean the worst part of this verse, those verses who telling people what to do, even when they understand wrongdoings. But there's also blind people who will always following everything without to restrict between right and wrong. And here do we as liberal comes in. Because the funny fact is, the blindness of all males who following the Quran without to question it. As you know, we are not able to question it or forced to never question it at all. There have been the principle in our own community. However, there have been many things when it comes to liberals who have tried to talk peace with the conservatives. Either they will negotiate peacefully or get pissed for us talking when it comes to the doubts. We know that Islam forbids us to have any doubts, but the truth is, sometimes we need to question it ourselves as well. What I know about Lubna is that she have tried at least to come to talk with each and anyone, even just mention the bad apple in the religion itself. Nothing wrong with that. There is many Christians who can criticize their own verse sometimes when they disagree with one another. The saying goes with Judaism as well, Hinduism, Buddhism. But in Islam, no. If you criticize it, suddenly you are either an infidel or kafir, as they're going to spew out. And sadly, every time somebody acts in that violent way, that you have to destroy somebody, all because you assume that person is a kuffar, suddenly you either hunt that person, scaring that person into, well, you scare that person at least, but later you're going to threaten that person until that person won't even come out from the, I don't know, from the home at all, being trapped there forever. I heard about that at least. And that making me so pissed that many Muslims never understand that criticism doesn't necessarily mean that they criticize the whole religion. We have verse we don't agree with sometimes, and that must be allowed to talk about. But that's the sad part. Neither of us have the chance to discuss about the problems. And I'm pissed myself. I do remember a time when I wanted to question one certain version I didn't like at all. The way you treat females, for example, that's the thing I wanted to come to, but I couldn't reach because there were always someone ignorant telling me that the verses are so perfect, even if you want to just tell how bad it is. No, suddenly I am the kafar for just questioning it by saying I disagree that females should obey their males. They should have an opinion to tell what they feel as well. That didn't cover it all. The saying goes with females are getting raped, suddenly it is their fault because they have no modest clothes. First of all, fuck you, that's not the truth. The truth is the males are the one who should actually take responsibility instead for go so fucking uncontrolled, can't control themselves, they're urgent, all because they saw a woman in a way they could just fantasize in their head without to even realize that she is normal. Such of men does exist in my community as well, but you know what they do in my community? They slap their sons who go over reaction. That's how we liberals have learned. Every time a person go overrate or do something inappropriate, of course they deserve slapping. That's what they have done. The punishment. But the conservative, on the other hand, they do the opposite side. They instead punish the victim instead for just questioning the perpetrator. So that's the only thing I'm still concerned when it comes to the conservatives who never question themselves. Are we really doing the right thing by punishing wrong person? And here's the funny fact, as no one have the courage to ask themselves, why do you think that many people laughing at Islam if you never question yourself? What is the mistake here? Again, and then we have that toxic hadith who actually existing. As I mentioned earlier, all of the script who's standing there, every time a victim had been abused, suddenly she need all those stupid males to provide, how should I say, not come with the evidence, if I may say it. So the victim need an evidence, somebody who can vouch for her that she haven't done something wrong. But the perpetrator, regardless if there is a male there or not, he goes scot-free if there is no proof at all. And that's the problem when it comes to Islam, who can't either see the truth. The problem is sometimes you have to marry someone to the perpetrator, all because of RAPE. Earlier I do remember that they killing the victim all the time, suddenly she is not pure in their mind. Again, a stupid idea from, well, many generations who actually have done that. Today's generation may be trying to calm it down, but instead they come with the idea that you have to marry your rapist. And that's the sad part when it comes to Islam itself. But okay, back to the idea when it comes to the threat and why I'm still worried about, well, I can say this. Lubna is my hero. She has been my hero ever since I found her. She had tried to just unite us all. But suddenly we have a jihadist who think that she said one thing, when in reality she was only talking about the bad apple, nothing else. And now look what UK doing now, bringing up the Sharia law, the very same Sharia law we tried to escape from, and suddenly some dumbass imam coming and creating a Sharia law everywhere. Again, conservatives, Dawah folks, Islamic extremists. We're dealing with all of them again and again and again and again. When will we, the liberal and secular and the spiritual, ever have a free time from those who want to create that kind of same thing we all have escaped from? We don't want to live in a hellhole again. But what could we do? Instead for just leaving that bad apple, we have to live in that bad apple again, as we actually have trying to escape from. And that's the very thing I also wonder why the media ignore that part and think that we all just persecute our own religion. Here's the thing. Many things are corrupt, and we have to talk about that. Because if we don't talk, we're ending up destroying each other as much we're going to destroy other communities, all because of our own behavior. We have to change ourselves, or be forever that kind of virus who will keep destroying everything. And that's the very reason to why I think it is important to restore something, or should I say, change something. Here's the thing. Many Christians have changed their Bible to make it more fit to a secular society, to make it more peaceful. Although we understand that there is some problem when it comes to Christian nationalists who may provoke the old dogma. But here's the thing, a majority of it is more secular value. Although the part of it is censored anyway, although the part of it will still stand with those who want to provoke that extreme part of the Christianity. But here's the thing when it comes to Islam. No one asking, when are we going to censor our bad verse? I say it myself, because I have seen many things I don't want to even share about. Yet we have blinded men who keep claiming that Islam is peaceful. No, here's the thing I can say. Islam are only peaceful when it comes to our goddamn responsibility. But the verse we have is actually violent, pretty violent. Fits in when it comes to extremists, actually, in reality. If each and any of them, and especially when it comes to those idiots to converters who still think that we're the nonchalant idiots and policing us, when fuck you. We, on our hands, are born in it. We know exactly what stands in it. So shut up and listen to us. We are the one who actually lived that hell before you glorify something you don't understand at all. The conservatives have blindset you because they know exactly what it stands as well, but they couldn't care less. We do, because we are tired of it. And you think that we are stupid? Go to hell and see exactly what's going on, man. God damn it. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Have a nice day. Bye.